Our Get in Shape and Get a Life Leadership Thought of the Week is presented by Darren Sugiyama of the Da Vinci Financial and Insurance Associates. Darren built a $37 million business in just 7 years from scratch. How? He did it by investing in people and raising and developing leaders. He is an avid fitness and adventure guy. He's a good friend of mine. He loves encouraging people, and he loves talking about raising leaders. Darren has 4 challenging books. I've read all 4 of them, and I've told him, hey, Darren, a lot of people wouldn't like your books. They're too tough. They're too focused. He says, I know. Anyway, Darren is presenting this leadership moment and this leadership thought of the week. Hey, thanks, Darren. Hey, good morning. Hey, Darren, are you online?
Good morning, Robert.
Hey, Darren, good morning. How's Newport?
Excellent.
You're up early this morning?
Well, that's because you made me get up early this morning. I'm always up early.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here, and thanks for sponsoring this leadership moment. Hey, you've written these books. You mentor young people. They come out of college. Actually, when I was over visiting you, you had all ages there, and your deal is, I want to grow these people that they can grow. And I was impressed when I read your books that you have a vision for raising kids and for raising folks and helping them prosper in life. Give me a leadership thought for the week. When you see people, start off with them, you're looking at them, give me a foundational principle that you try to get in their heart.
Sure. One of the big principles I really try to lead my company by and then lead my people with is this concept of I'm not your boss, I'm your leader. And the difference between being a boss and being a leader, to me, bosses typically tend to try to impress people. And I kind of have a little saying that my goal is not to impress you. My goal is to inspire you. And whenever you're looking to inspire someone to achieve great things, as a leader, I believe you have to be more of an aspirational leader. And especially the message has to be, if I did it, so can you. Why wouldn't you be able to do it? And one of the ways I do that is I'm very transparent about my past failures and even my past and current insecurities. Because I always say it's better to be relatable than it is to be impressive. In fact, this past week I was sitting down with one of my guys that's kind of one of my rising up and comers, and I said, remember what we're talking about here. Remember this conversation we're having, and remember how you feel right now, because one day you're going to have the same conversation, but the difference is going to be you're sitting on my side of the desk, and you're going to be talking to a young up and coming superstar, and you've got to be able to get that young kid to relate to you, and the best way to do it is to kind of relive all these past failures and learning experiences, et cetera, so they see you as being a human being. So if all you do is impress people, I mean, it's great for you and it's great for your ego, but It does absolutely nothing for the person you're trying to inspire. So that's something that I really try to weave into my day-to-day leadership practices.
That's tremendous because most people live one-dimensionally. They think from their brain and through their eyes, but they don't put themselves in another person's shoe or where they're going to be down the road. And so to help that person think like you and understand that someday they're going to be probably doing that is a challenging thought for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is that, I think everyone deep down wants to root for the underdog. And deep down, everyone to a certain degree is an underdog, and especially in the early stages of your career, whether it be in business or, you're thinking about the crazy idea of doing a triathlon or something like that, or an Ironman or whatever. If you've never done it before, all these new things are very, very daunting. And so if you can get with someone that is a true leader that's going to sort of validate your fears and your insecurities and say, hey, bud, I've been there myself. I know how that feels. You're going to get through it, and I'm going to help you get through it. Man, that changes the person's entire perspective on what is doable and what is not so doable,
That's right. Hey, I'm speaking with Darren Sugiyama of Da Vinci Financial. If you go Google his name online or Google Da Vinci Financial, you'll read all about Darren and how he developed a $37 million business in 7 years. Just tell me just a moment about some of the hardship of growing a business like that.
Well, the big thing, I think, is just the emotional and mental game. Most people are not surrounded by, very, very successful entrepreneurs. So when you go and you tell your friends and family about this great idea you have, they look at you like you're nuts because They never had the guts to take the risk. And so what kind of advice do you think you're going to get? You're going to get advice from them based on them trying to validate why they did or did not do certain things, or did or did not make certain decisions. And so if virtually everyone around you is telling you, don't do this, it's too risky, and you allow yourself to fall victim to their sort of uncredible advice, then you're going to fall by the wayside like 99.9% of all wannabe entrepreneurs.
That's
and
right.
It's difficult because their intentions are good, right? They love you, so they're trying to help you avoid feeling the pain. But part of being an entrepreneur is you got to feel pain. You want to be a champion, you got to feel pain. You want to complete a triathlon, you got to train, and part of that training is you're going to feel pain.
That's
so
right.
It's actually a good thing that you feel pain, but everyone tries to insulate you and protect you from that, and that can be very damaging as a leader, as well as a parent. You got to let your people experience the pain.
Yeah, for sure. What people don't understand is the depth of the emotional pain and mental pain and relational pain it takes to create and birth and grow anything. And my hat goes off to people who do anything in life that have a vision and begin it and pioneer it and fail forward and try again. Everybody wants a paycheck. Very few people want to carry the pressure of creating and developing. Paycheck people go home at Friday and they say, hey, let's have a nice weekend. The guy that's creating this, or the lady who's creating this, they never get to go home and just say, isn't it nice? They carry it with them when they wake up, when they go to sleep, Saturday, Sunday, all the time. It's the pressure. And most people don't want that pain.
Well, most people look at successful entrepreneurs and they see the glitz and the glamour, but they don't see the very unglamorous road work that had to be done to get to that point. Even yesterday I was with some friends at the Pelican Hill Villas, and one of them was celebrating his birthday. Successful entrepreneur. He's in the exotic car business, and we had a lineup of cars there that ranged anywhere from $250,000 up to over $1 million per car. These are very, very successful people. And so you see him at the villas, and we're popping champagne and celebrating, and it all looks very glamorous. But every one of those people that was there started from the bottom with nothing.
Right.
And while all their friends were out, partying and having fun and collecting a paycheck every 2 weeks, these guys, were starving. In the beginning of my career, I was eating oatmeal for dinner for a long time. It was not glamorous whatsoever. So
that's right.
People look at the end result and they think that happens like overnight. And the reality is there's a lot of grunt work that goes in to get to that point.
That's right.
And I ask any self-made entrepreneur, they'll tell you the exact same thing.
That's right. Hey, Darren, thanks for sponsoring this leadership thought for the week. And I'm gonna take away from this. It's painful to be creative. It's painful to grow. It's painful relationally and in every way to try to have a vision and stay with it. Hey, come back next week and we'll talk some more.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Darren.
Talk to you, Robert.
Okay, that was Darren Sugiyama of Da Vinci Financial. And if you want to Google him, and he's going to help me out week after week with this kind of stuff with leadership. Let's go. I'll be back in just a minute. We're going to get into fitness. I want to talk to a lot of you about how to get in shape, get a life. All right.